Hello and welcome back to FIFA Manager 2020, here with Bath City Football Club trying to take them to the top of Premier League and out in Europe here on Rawslowgaming. And I hope you are enjoying the show and wanting to stick around, because we have some exciting stuff coming up. First, a match here that we are pretty clear favorites to win. And hopefully we will manage to do just that. And I myself actually just watched in between this episode and the last episode the winning or the equalizing goal for the match Sweden versus Spain here in the European qualification system, or the league, so to say, and that made Spain clear for the European Championship, and Sweden having to fight on. Very unlucky, just really a luck goal there by Spain. Looking at just the goal by itself, probably not unfair in any way whatsoever in the match, but still. Let's go out here with a little bit of a risky talk that we won't lose today against Tonbridge Angels here. Bath City versus Tonbridge. We get an injury directly there, unfortunately, and we get a goal against us in the 24th minute. So not a good way to start the episode or the talk there. And only one substitute left here after half time. So things are definitely not going our way, and we'll go with a risky talk here again. Atmosphere is low, or lower than it were in the last episode, down to 13, teamwork up to 47. Hopefully we can turn this around. We did manage to get in an equalizer there early on in the first, or in the second half, and actually 2 goals in the end of the match. So a pretty stable win in, and then 3-1 for Bath City versus Tonbridge Angels. So very good, and a 1-1 speech point, and hopefully some trust and all of the good things. So as I said, 3-1 in action scoreline. Shots 8-4, shots on target 5-2, chances 9-4. And possession 61%-39%. So pretty stable there. Not happening too much in the league with that window. 4 points off from the promotion spot though, only, and 8 points clear of the relegation zone. So pretty stable, if I say so myself. And sports going up again, yeah, up to 17th. After all, our objective is only to stay clear of a relegation, which I think we should do by a long shot. So that is pretty good. Next game coming up here is going to be against Dartford, playing at home here. They are 15 in the league so far. Hopefully we can have a stable match here, building on the match against Tonbridge and doing something good. We are at 513 team rating versus their 497, so should be pretty even. Hopefully we can take advantage of the home field or home pitch. And let's see here. So time for another player talk here. So we'll talk with Dan Rooney here. So first let's check if he's our player, which he is. So improving a little bit at least there, we see, but we can always try to get him to improve even more. And yes, now I have said that to many players, I don't know if that's the correct thing to say, actually. Let's see here, team hierarchy, history, development team index. Yeah, we are dropping a little bit. Player objectives, we are failing more here now, unfortunately. Promises, team trust is only 5 as an average. That's not too good. Player matrix here. Tom Smith, Player objectives. First team analyzer, ball control. I don't really understand this. Alright, this is different. Well, I don't really understand the display matrix, but maybe I will do someday. Team matrix. Dislike each other. So actually Tom Smith dislike a lot of players, and he's one of our key players, so that doesn't really look like a good fit. So let's see here, we have some gold sponsors here, I guess, or is it silver sponsors? Silver sponsors it is. No, I don't want to start. Alright, so I guess we will have to negotiate here. 376, alright. So we got 362 on the other one, so gotta be better than that. 405, 3 years. 437, 3 years. That were decently good, but this is only 2 years, and this is such a small sum that it doesn't really matter for us anyway whatsoever. Because this is, or is this per match? I actually don't know. Could it be that way? So let's see here. Merchandising income, no. You don't get any income like that. Travel cost, yeah. Stadium platinum sponsors. That is just because we signed a player there. Isn't it? Platinum sponsors. How is this working? So sponsoring. Sponsor pyramid. Yeah, we have silver sponsors as well. So definitely for the whole year that sum. So should be getting more there. So for this match, we'll still stick with instant result. And maybe later on in this episode we will go with the 3D match for a little while. It's a good start there. In the 9th minute, a goal by Roston. I think he's done quite a few goals actually here already throughout this season. Yeah, exactly. 6 league matches and 4 goals so far from a left winger. That is certainly very impressive. I don't think, no, exactly. Brunt have only done 1 goal. And Edwards, the same thing. Anyway, very good first half there by the team, and looking at the stats, I shouldn't take too much out of it, but seems like we're doing good. And I will say, let's just continue. Unfortunately, we get a red card there early on in the first half and a goal against us directly, but we managed to take back the lead and getting a late equalizer from Dartford, and again retaking the lead in the 82nd minute. So the final scoreline after a very exciting game, even though that we didn't look at it in 3D, just this instant result. 3-2 for Bastard versus Dartford after full time. And shots 7-3, shots on target 6-3, and chances 11-7, possession 48-52%. So well deserved, but maybe a little bit lucky result there. Well deserved win, I should say. And that brought us up to 6th place, still 4 points off from the league leaders and the promotion spot. 10 points clear of the relegation zone. So, as I said, should feel pretty secure not getting relegated at the moment at least. And that should help us be really secure to the board, which is always good. Game coming up is against Concord the Rangers here. We are 6th in the league. I said they are nice at the moment. Team rating 519 versus or 523, so it should be a very, very close match here. And I actually feel like we have decent depth in the team, even though we have Reigns here, definitely a weak point in the team, and Ashley Clark as well, even though he's on a very low form here. Plus 10% for all teammates. And he will end his career after the contract ends, so definitely need a new keeper for next season. I'm not too sure how we will work that out, but we'll see here. Rostern. Form 16, I can't say. Wouldn't say well done here. Let's see, sponsoring, yeah, ad boards, 7 ad boards and 3K. We can increase duration, we can increase number. Anything here is good, really. We'll just sign it, not risking to lose any time with the ad boards, so to say. Ad boards is a great way to bring in income here in this game. In FIFA Manager, let's see here, you can go out, just say give it your best here. So taking the foot off the accelerator here a little bit and trying to chill things down and not put too much pressure on our players here. And we have Brunt in pretty poor fitness. I wonder why. But, energy also pretty down low. Don't we have any proper backup for him? Maybe. Won't say let's continue like this. Should be stable. Look to be pretty stable there after halftime. And very early on here in the second half, taken in lead there by Ryan Brunt, extending in the 66th minute, then doing an own goal in the 74th, extending again in the 82nd minute, and getting a reduction in the 87th minute there. So the final scoreline, again, after a pretty exciting second half, even without really looking at it, 3-2 for Bassett versus Concord Rangers. Shots 5-6, shots on target 4-5, chances 8-8, and possession 61-39%. And brought us up to 5th place in the league, 2 points off from the league leaders, 12 points clear of the relegation zone, and have brought us up to the top in terms of conversion, of converting 0.23 of our chances. Let's see here. I select the team, not the media. Yeah, I'm not really giving a shit about the media, what they think, so to say. I'm picking team and not the media, or rather our assistant manager picks the team and makes all the substitutions and things like that. So Smith, Reigns injured for a few days, not too good, but all right. Let's hear new sponsor offer. We have taken care of that, I guess. Suggestion from assistant manager. Harry Hamlin could be good center defender as well, and yeah, he's actually a little bit better there, but possession bias is not perfect. But he's on loan, so it doesn't really matter too much. Ryan Brandt frustrated, and yeah, he did a goal, so that should be all right. Yeah, Woodward here. So back to the youth squad, and that is fine. We will not really play him here for the future. We don't see us doing that. And let's see here. Yeah, I think we are all right to continue here. And while we do, remember to smash that like button if you're enjoying the show. And also, if you haven't done so yet and want to see more FIFA Manager here on the channel or anything else that we upload daily here on Rawslowgaming, remember to hit that subscribe button. And if you want to be super duper sure that you're not missing out, you can hit that small notification bell as well. So, next game at home here again, and going to be against Brain3 Town, who are 6th in the league currently, so should be pretty close, and that looks to be the case pretty much as well. Looking at the team ratings, we are at 528 currently versus their 506. So a small edge bundled with the home field advantage, we should be able to get in a win here. And yes, I were supposed to look for a striker that we could use. Do we actually have any striker that would be any reasonable whatsoever to use in the first team? I don't think so. Unfortunately, no real option whatsoever other than Brian Brandt. Yeah, I don't really like that option, but I don't see how we could really play anyone else either. Who could we play instead of Brandt? 30. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all. But we don't have anyone at all. How is the reserve team? Our best player here, level 30, but he's 34. Then I don't want to do that. U team. If I send up Phillips here, will we use him? That's the question. Will we use him? So let's move to our squad here for 1 week and just see if we use him. At least he should maybe get a spot in the, let's see, what's it called, in the on the bench. That is what I were looking for, but didn't find the word. Let's see here. So we should be some team and dynamics, talking to our players here again. So let's talk with Jack Batten. He's improving a little bit, so that's good. Dislikes the competition for his position. So here, so let's see. Higher expectations. Should be all right. Yeah, Mark Phillips not even fitting on the bench. Let's see here, rules. So position bias, play level. Let's bring that down a little bit. Energy, fitness. Yeah, that should be all right. Yeah, I really want to bring him in on the bench at least, so he will be on instead of Arthurs. We'll start the match, and hopefully our assistant manager will at least consider to bring him in instead of Ryan Brandt here if he's tired. So for this match, we'll go with a 3D match mode, and we will see here what we can do. And let's see here. We'll go out and say that we'll get something out of this match. And we will check out the 3D mode here for this match. And to start with, we're going to go with only goals as a highlight and full speed, or as fast as possible that we can have in the match. If you want to see more of the match, if you want that I'm going to choose highlights instead, do write that in the comments, and I will take that into consideration for a next episode, or when I'm recording next time at least. And as I said, for sure we are going to try team control sooner or later.
Both teams are up for this game here today. Neither has anything other than
so let's see here. One has the speed, final 1/3. Light table permanently, no, it doesn't really need to do that. Vision distribution rate, or no,
Rolling
we'll
it around nicely.
not bother with that. We'll only do goals. We'll up to full tempo. So, but of course, when just showing goals, it's not going to be that exciting. Which, well, if it's going to be a goal or not, so to say, we already know that, but we don't know for which team. But here we have the first goal on the match, and unfortunately it's for our opponents. Getting in with a goal pretty darn cheap there. EP3 Town, and yeah, you have now also seen glimpses of the match engine, or FIFA engine, so to say, from a very old date, and it doesn't look too great, but still, it still beats Football Manager, I would say, 2019, or at least the very much on par with that.
Oh, he thought he'd have a go.
But yeah, imagine playing FIFA Manager 2020 or similar with the FIFA engine. That would be pretty darn nice to be able to see everything like that. I don't know how much it would improve the feeling of being in control of a team or things like that, but still I definitely think that would help with the suspense and the feelings of being in control of the team. So after one half, we're down 0-1. Bassett versus Braintree Town. I think we definitely could do better. And we'll go with a little bit of a risky talk here. We are reeling but not defeated. Stats looking pretty alright. Looking like we can do better here. Atmosphere up to 18, 17 before the individual talks. So should have a pretty good chance of turning things around. Teamwork at 50%, so that is definitely needing to be better, but that is something that is going to happen here throughout the season, I guess, building up the teamwork, since we will do no changes to the lineup, or rather the players that we have in the team, since we can't get any more wage budget or things like that. So we're pretty much stuck with the players we have, no matter what we are doing. So it's all about getting the most of the players that we have available. And that doesn't really seem to be the case here so far in this match, since we are trailing still and not seeming to be able to get in at that last and needed goal. Or we will lose some trust and morale to the players here again, unfortunately. And now we are 10 minutes to go of this match, being in the 8-second minute. It's third now, so really got a cut from this countdown, basically. And things are not looking like it will be that way. And I don't understand, especially since they have one player sent off. So team rating is 514 versus their 432 at the moment, but yeah, we're not seeming to get through at all. And there we have the end of the match, unfortunately, and that means the end result after full time is 0-1 for Bassett versus Braintree Town. Shots 3-5, shots on target 0-3, chances 3-5, and possession 51-49%, so pretty darn even Steven in the game, and dropping down quite a few places there, unfortunately, down to 8th place, 5 points off the league leaders, and 12 points off from the relegation zone, which we of course want to stay away from. So World Cup Gala doesn't really matter, but apparently Virgil van Dijk is the best player of the year according to that, and that's a 87 level player that I didn't really know how, but that's all right. I'm not that knowledgeable of the world of football. I actually just love the FIFA Manager series and have always done that pretty much. And I think this will be the end of this episode after this match, or the last match of this episode actually. Saying things wrong here again, but this will be City against Hungerford Town. We're playing as an away team. Our team rating 533 versus their 460, so it should be an easy win here. And as here, Mark Phillips, yeah, we are still going to switch you in instead of Arthurs. Phillips, did you actually get to play? No, you didn't, but that's all right. So next one to talk with, Ryan Clark here. We'll give some praise for his last match. Even though we did lose, he did have 9 in the rating, so that's pretty darn good. This sum of adboards is not good though. 1800 or just over 2k. That is not something we will even bother with signing. So for this last match, we will just go with an instant result. Last match of the episode at least. Starting off pretty darn poor with a goal against us, but recouping fast and getting in an equalizer. But unfortunately, so far only 1-1 after one half here for City versus Hungerford. And we will go with our risky talk here that we must win. We'll let our assistant do messages and talk with our players. Overall, a really good atmosphere and things in the team. So taking the lead there early on in the second half again, 2-1 in the 51st minute, and there we have 10 of the game, waiting for things to turn around or something popping up, but it's just this OK button that pops up or gets green. So in the end, we do manage to win the game, but not by much. The final result 2-1 for City versus Hungerford. Shots 65, shots on target 43, chances 5-5, and possession 60-40%. So not much in it, but enough to win it for us. So really good there, and some pretty good last matches here. Win, loss, win. And 8th in the league, 5 points off from the league leaders, 15 points clear of the relegation zone, which we have already pretty much cleared here after 10 matches. Evaluation of new players. Well, we have no real new players, but overall, apparently the players that we have had in is real improvements. So that's pretty good. And some good signings as well. I think overall all players here seem to be new signings this first year, but that's just some bug. I believe that it pretty much always is when you first start the game. So let's see here. So an offer from Eastleigh to be taking over as a manager, or at least to negotiate about it. And yeah, we are not doing a Journeyman's series, at least not in this series. So we'll maybe do that later. We'll see. An offer from Kettering Town. Yeah, Kettering Town is one of the clubs that I always used to choose, especially here actually in FIFA Manager. So that's actually sort of interesting to me, but we will not do that. Let's see here. Hierarchy. No, that's not really what I were looking at. The club time record. No, yeah. Here also I would like to see, like, for several years. But I guess I'm not doing that. I know it is there somewhere, or at least I do believe it is, but I'm not finding it at the moment, so it doesn't really matter. Skin tone frustrated, that's alright, and nothing really to note here other than that's the end of the episode. So I hope you have enjoyed watching, and yeah, I've sure have enjoyed playing, and I hope you like it as well. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time here on the channel. Bye bye. You have been watching Rawslowgaming, and I hope you have enjoyed. On clicking on the video on the left, you will see the next video in this series, and on the right our latest upload to the channel. And with that said, thank you again for watching.